Today on the show, we're not doing one, we aren't doing two, but 3 unboxing videos today on true stories based on fiction. Alright, I am Evan, the third host, and this is my beard. It's not really a quarantine beard anymore. It's not really groomed, but it's just a beard at this point. But today, we're continuing our series of unboxing videos. So we'll call it a lockdown unboxing. And that is going to be for a sale that I found on the website called Zavvi. Z-A-V-I-I, I think it is. One of my favorite websites to buy merch from, because their prices are always very economical, and they have great products. So they had a promotion going on. You buy 4 of a certain group of items for $20, which is a really good deal. So we're going to unbox 3 of the 4 items I bought. The 4th one was a gift from my brother, so we won't do an unboxing on that one because he has that. But the figures that we're going to unbox today are, number 1, Miracle Man from Earth 2, who is a DC comic superhero. Earth 2 is like their second universe of characters. Mr. Miracle is one of the most underrated characters. He had a book 2 or 3 years ago, and on the podcast True Stories Based on Fiction that I host, I actually called his book that came out a few years ago one of my books of the year. So it's a very good book. There isn't a lot of merch for Scott Free, who is Mr. Miracle, and this isn't really a design of his that I particularly care for because this is Earth 2 New 52 iteration, but it's in that promotion for the 4 for $20 is deal I can pass up. So here's that figure, and now we're gonna let the figure breathe. Matt Cardona and Brian Myers don't have that copyrighted, so I feel like I can use that. I'm not gonna be like them and like rip the box to threads. So let's see. So unboxing 1 of 3. Here we go. And this figure is made by DC Collectibles. So DC Comic Books has their own in-house company that does all of their, does some of their toys, statues, and collectibles. And they actually do a very good job. It's kind of like how Toy Biz owned Marvel in the 90s and produced the bulk of their merchandise. But DC Collect and DC Direct does a really good job. All right, so we got this bad boy open. We'll need that. Okay, there's a little might have to fast forward this because this packaging is a little difficult. Okay, so got the figure out, and it's built actually pretty well. I like that the cape is kind of like rubbery and it flaps in the wind. That's really cool. It isn't my favorite design of Mr. Miracle, but when they were doing the Earth 2 line, they had to differentiate how the characters looked from how they looked in the mainstay universe. But so far, this figure's pretty cool. The head is kind of positioned to be in a downward facing motion, which I don't really understand or get. Scott Free is kind of a depressed, sad character, and he kind of hides that depression through laughter and jokes. So I guess that's why he's doing it. And also, I've never really read this iteration of Earth 2 before, so maybe part of his character was he was very sad all the time as well. The articulation is really good. They got some nice little ab crunch. The cape is on point. Fist move. So there's the front of the figure, there's the back, and he does come with some pretty cool accessories. One here is a mainstay of Scott Free, and it's something very cool. It is called a mother box. I'm not sure if the camera is going to get in on this really good, but essentially the mother box was the iPhone before the iPhone was the iPhone. It was a box that gave the wielder limitless information and also allowed them to teleport between dimensions and space and time. But as you can see, his hand isn't suited to fit the mother box, which is why he comes with other sets of hands. If you saw the Invincible unboxing video right here on the YouTube channel, hopefully you have. If not, I'm sure there'll be a link to it. I had a really tough time getting out his built-in hands to put in the new ones, but that isn't the case with Scotch Free here. This hand came out actually pretty easily, and this guy's going in pretty easily as well. Yeah, easily, perfect. And then the mother box fits right in, well, kind of fits in the palm of his hand there, so that's actually really cool. And he also comes with his other thing that he's known for, having his really dope foot pedal hoverboard rather. So put these on his foot. What's so cool about Mr. Miracle that he's a Jack Kirby creation, and the Jack Kirby creations have so much energy, and they're just so cool. And even though this isn't really the design that Jack Kirby had for the character, it's still really cool. So as you can see, he has like his hover feet on, and it really gives him some cool movement, and it's a very good design scheme. But so far this figure is really good. I like it a lot. But we're gonna move right on to the kind of two brothers, okay? And these next two figures are from the DC Universe animated film series. They had the Flashpoint Paradox, then they had Justice League War, and then the sequel to that was Throne of Atlantis, which introduced a version of Aquaman to the DC comic book animated universe. So the two figures I got from that is part of the Zavvi.com 4 for $20 sale are Aquaman, Arthur Curry, and his brother Orm, the Ocean Master. And I liked it already that they're in the style of the animated series, which is really cool because it's a really good style. Kind of manga inspired. But without further ado, I don't want this video to go on for too long. We're going to let that figure breathe. First, you're doing Ocean Master. Same problem. Okay, not as bad. So the other figure had like a tag for clothing on both ends to try to get off, so he's not stuck in the packaging. Orm here, the Ocean Master, had like just a twist type thing, so that made it pretty easy to get him out. There's no accessories with this guy. Oh, we got some more twisties. Okay. Might fast forward to me getting this crap off, or may not, depending on how long this video is. Oh, and also, as you can see, I'm not on the normal set yet again because I'm too lazy to put that set together. And also, I figured because we're doing an unboxing of action figures, it's only right that I do it in the Nerd Cave, which I'm going to show you guys one of these days, I promise. That's where this guy's going to be stored anyway. Okay. Also, again, like the rubber cape, because if this was a hard plastic cape, like the same hard plastic as the actual action figure, that would be a little weird, and I wouldn't like it as much. But not as much articulation as the other figure, but in an animated style, this is more of a simple style. I'm not mad at it. His feet are... So he has all of the important moves. So the legs, the knees, the arms, and the elbows, and the head. No, and it's kind of on a swivel, so he can kind of get sassy. If his ladies love us, give him some grief. This is more of a simple figure, but it still is a good figure though. It would be kind of cool, I think, if they had it to where his helmet would come off, but that would be an extra design piece and a lot of everything. It would be a lot extra going on, because I bet when this figure was new, it probably cost less. It had less of a price point than the Miracle Man figure because of the lack of articulation. But with the simplified animation style, I actually think that this works. Pretty basic figure, but basic in a good way. His range of motion isn't what it was on the Mr. Miracle figure, but this is a different line. But for what it is, I like it a lot. And you guys may recall me saying that I'm not really an action figure guy, and I'm not. Although I am adding quite a few to my collection now, because I've got a Moon Knight back here, which I'll show you in depth at some point. Invincible, which I did the unboxing for. Now I'm gonna have Mr. Miracle, Orm the Ocean Master, and Aquaman. Maybe I'm becoming an action figure collector, but who knows? Okay, so there's Ocean Master, and last but not least, Arthur Curry, the Aquaman. So this is obviously the version of Aquaman from the animated movie and the comic books, more so than this from the movies, which cast the Hawaiian Jason Momoa. This is not his visions, his, why do I keep trying to say that word? This isn't him at all. It's definitely the animated version. Okay, so same as Orm, he has the little twist ties here, which is a lot easier to get off than it was on Mr. Miracle over there. And well, maybe that I might have spoken too soon on that. Okay, coming off, boom. Okay, so I got the twist ties off now, which took a little bit longer than I anticipated. Now I'm trying to get the action figure out of the packaging, and that also is taking a little while longer than I hoped. There we go. Okay. So now we got Aquaman out of the package, and off the bat, I think that this version of Aquaman kind of looks like, I don't know why I'm thinking this off the top of my head, but like the Ronin Warrior action figures, but he doesn't really. But this face is definitely a manga influenced face. I like how he has like the pork chop sideburns, the long hair, and definitely is animated style. Why is his arm like that? He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points of articulation. No ab crunch, same as your brother Orm. But it's a very good looking figure. And the thing about all three of these figures, they also work as kind of statues on my shelf back here, and there's one you can't see over there. Let's see how he ranks up in size to his brother Orm. It's also cool that Orm kind of has a permanent bit to his legs, and they're about the same height. Orm might be a little bit taller because of his helmet, but they're definitely good figures. So I'm very happy with all three of these statues. I probably won't give them drunk Iron Man scales. We'll do H drunk Iron Man out of 10 for both of these guys, and we'll do a 9 for Mr. Miracle, who just lost hover pad. Again, they're all great figures. I like some of the details on them. DC Collectibles does a great job, but nothing's perfect. And although Mr. Miracle is pretty close to it, I really like how DC Collectibles will change up their art style and their sculpts depending on what they're doing their figure for. But that's gonna do it for the show today. So if you guys are inclined, I don't get paid by these guys, but Zavi, Zavii, I think, is a great website if you're looking for collectibles at an affordable price, because I bet these figures alone were probably 20 bucks each when they came out. But okay, we'll see you guys next time on True Stories Based on Fiction, the YouTube channel.